Today I want to show you a little trick when using Postman, specifically when you're dealing with OAuth sessions. How do you deal with that token? Let's say you're the client here and you have the server here. First thing you're going to do is you're going to send to the server your username and your password. And the server is going to send you back a token. And you're going to have to use that token in future requests. But there's a manual step where you have to send the request and then you need to copy the token, paste it in your second requests. So this is the step we're going to try to automate. These are the three endpoints we're dealing with. We have a login, a logout, and we have a session. The session endpoint is going to tell us whether or not the session is authenticated. We can check now, submit this. We get back a null for the user. That means there is no active session. So the first step is going to be to log in, to get back an access token. So the process is you have to copy this token. And the future request, you have to use this token. The way you use this token is by adding in the headers an authorization key with a value of bearer and the actual key returned from the login. And if you do that and try the request again, this time you're logged in. You can double check to make sure this works if you actually deactivate the header, submit this again, and now we're on null again. So you can see that this token system is actually working here. But it's quite a process every time, having to log in, copy a token, come here, paste it. And you have to do this for every single request you might have in your Postman project. So this is what we're going to automate. First step is creating an environment. Top right of Postman, click on the eye, and you can see we have no environment. We're going to add an environment. You can call this environment development, and then what you want to add is a key called token, and you want to click add. So now we have an environment, and inside the environment we have a key token with no value right now. So now you want to activate the environment. This is a great first step because now what we can do is we can actually replace this value by the actual key. And this helps us a lot because now what we can do is once you have a token, you can copy it and now you can go and paste it. So this helps us in one way to not having to replicate the process for every request, but it's still not automatic. How do we automatically set the token after logging in? So the process is quite simple. What you do is you go to the tests tab and you want to capture the response of the request. Now we're grabbing the response and converting it to a JSON. Once you have that response object, tap into the Postman API. So we're going to set the key token with the response, that data, that login, and now we're essentially accessing the key of the response. So data, login, payload, access token. So now when you save this and you submit another request, you can see we have a new token that ends with 7NU. Now if you go to your environment, you should be able to see the exact same key set here. There we go, 7NU. So now when you go to the session, we are successfully logged in with a one-step process.